was when I was 6. We were at a grocery store, and I accidentally dropped my doll. A kind clerk picked it up for me, but when my mom saw us, she freaked out. She accused the clerk of being a creep and tried to pull off her wig, insisting she was in disguise. I begged my mom to stop, but she wouldn't listen and even grabbed a cherry pie, threatening to smash it in the clerk's face. The situation escalated with the clerk in tears and us being escorted out by security. And that's how we got banned from that store for life. As I got older, things got even worse. Mom got more paranoid by the day. She hid wads of cash under her mattress, barely left the house, and even hired a professional taste tester to test our food before we ate. Don't eat that, Aria. It could be poison. They're always trying to hurt us. What are you talking about? Who's trying to hurt me? The wolves have ears. Their eyes are everywhere. Trust no one. Mom was suspicious of everyone, especially teachers. She swore they'd try to brainwash me, so she insisted on homeschooling me herself, which got really lonely. My only friend was my cat Sniffles that I'd adopted from an animal shelter on my 13th birthday. But 3 years later, the worst thing happened. I woke up and Sniffles was gone. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find him. I was devastated. Mom, have you seen Sniffles? Sniffles? Oh, you mean that stupid cat? I sent him away. He should be halfway across the country by now. Very funny, Mom. Now really, where's Sniffles? I'm not joking. It was for your own good. You were getting too attached. Plus, I think he was a secret spy. I caught him eavesdropping and staring at me like a dozen times. You didn't need him anyway. You've got me. My blood boiled. I couldn't take it anymore. I'd had enough of Mom and her ridiculous antics. That night, I packed a bag, climbed out my bedroom window, fell into the bushes, and accidentally tripped the silent alarm. Mom came rushing out the door with a bat. Aria, what are you doing out here? It's not safe. I can't take this anymore. I want friends, school, a normal life, or I'm leaving for good. Okay, honey, anything you want. Just please, come back inside. Mom agreed to my terms, and the next day, she enrolled me in school. I was so excited. In history class, this new teacher, Miss Elliott, walked in. She looked pretty young and cool, but something about her was kinda weird.
Hey class, I'm Miss Elliott. Let's do something fun. Share a cool fact. Aria, wanna go first?
Oh man, put on the spot on my first day? I stood up, feeling a bit awkward because Miss Elliott was staring hard at me. Hi. Did you know in ancient Egypt they used stone for pillows? Weird, huh?
That's really interesting, Aria.
Thanks. During the entire class, Miss Elliott kept staring at me like I had two heads with a pair of gills. After class, she walked over to me.
Aria, you're new, right? If you need anything or just want to talk, I'm here.
She smiled, but it didn't feel quite right. Why was she acting so strange? After that odd day with Miss Elliott, I went home feeling all mixed up. I wanted to talk to Mom, but she wasn't around. Her room was open, so I thought I'd wait for her there. I sat on her bed and accidentally knocked over a picture frame. When I picked it up, I noticed something weird behind the dresser. I pulled it back and whoa, there was a hidden door. My heart raced as I opened it. Inside, it was like some spy movie stuff. A whole room filled with computers, screens showing different places, and a bunch of fake passports and IDs with Mom's picture, but different names. What was all this? Was Mom some kind of secret agent or something? I had so many questions. Right then, Mom came in. I tried to act cool, but inside, I was freaking out. Mom? What's with all this stuff? She said it was nothing, shoved me out the door, and made me swear not to speak of it again, or she'd cancel our agreement about school. I didn't want that, so I didn't say another word. For the coming weeks, I focused on making new friends at school, but it wasn't as easy as it looked in the movies. Hey fam, what's up doggy dogs? Is that weirdo talking to you? Yo, it's Gucci. No cap, wanna hang out later? No. The mean girls laughed at me, but I tried to play it cool. I turned to walk away, but I slipped on a banana peel and fell flat on my face. I was so embarrassed, I ran off to hide in the bathroom, but I must have taken a wrong turn because I ended up in the boys' locker room. As I was walking out, I suddenly bumped straight into Jeff, the most beautiful boy I'd ever seen. He had these big, beautiful blue eyes, he smelled like a fresh breeze, and his body was sculpted to perfection.
Hey cutie, you lost? What's your name?
His voice was like a dream. Then something came over me. I'm Aria. It's really hot in here, isn't it? Sorry, I'm just, yeah.
It's okay. Most girls get speechless when they see me. I've got like 2% body fat and I look like a movie star.
Then he took a selfie with me and posted it on his Instagram. He had 1 million followers, and within 2 seconds, it got thousands of likes. Then he asked me to go out with him, and I quickly said yes. After that, I was walking on a cloud. That same day in science class, the teacher partnered me with this heartthrob named Harry. He was tall, dark, and handsome, with dreamy eyes that made my heart flutter. When we were working on our project, his hand brushed against mine, and my brain went into sensory overdrive.
Is there something on my face? You've been staring at me for 10 minutes straight.
No, I knocked over a beaker, and it spilled all over our assignment. I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot.
Don't worry about it.
Harry talked to the teacher, and he gave us an extension on the assignment, but we'd have to stay after class to work on it. As we worked together, I discovered that Harry and I had so much in common. We liked the same comic books and movies, and he was smart and funny. We turned in our assignment, and just as I was about to leave, Harry asked me out on a date too. I couldn't believe it. I'd gotten not one hot date, but two. That night, I told Mom all about Jeff and his huge Instagram following and how Harry was super smart. Mom didn't seem impressed at all and tried discouraging me from going out with either of them, but I wasn't listening. My first date was with Jeff. He took me to a teen nightclub, pulled me to the dance floor, and started dancing like he was in a music video. I couldn't dance to save my life. I looked like a stiff chicken.
What's wrong?
I'm not much of a dancer.
It's okay. Just follow my lead.
Suddenly, Jeff spun me around, lifted me in the air, and everyone started cheering. Then he pulled me close and kissed me. The kiss was so magical it took my breath away. But as I opened my eyes, I saw the strangest thing. Miss Elliot was standing in the corner, staring at me. A second later, she was gone without a trace. The next day at school, I tried to talk to Miss Elliot, but the principal said she'd retired and moved to France. He even showed me a postcard she'd sent him. I didn't want to cause trouble, but the whole thing gave me the creeps. Could Miss Elliot be a lying stalker? Or maybe I was just being paranoid. The next day, I had my date with Harry, and it was more low-key. He took me on a picnic in the park, and then he pulled out his guitar and sang me a love song he wrote just for me. That was beautiful.
Not as beautiful as you.
Harry leaned in, and just as he was about to kiss me, I looked up and saw this huge ice cream cart rushing down the hill straight toward us. Harry grabbed me and pulled me out of the way, just as the cart slammed into a tree. Then I swear I saw this creepy ice cream man glaring at me. I was terrified. I asked Harry to take me home. That night, I was so scared I couldn't sleep, but I didn't want to bother anyone. If I told Mom, she'd pull me out of school, and Harry and Jeff would think I was a Looney Tune. Over the next few weeks, I kept dating Jeff and Harry. I felt safer when they were around. Everywhere I went, I had this feeling someone was in the shadows watching me. I even started getting these weird texts with skull emojis from a number I didn't recognize. Harry and Jeff were my protectors. With them around, the bad guys didn't stand a chance. But the problem was that Harry and Jeff hated each other. Like one time, Harry was walking me home. He was so sweet. He bought me a collector's issue of my favorite Spider-Man comic.
I saw this and I thought you'd like it.
Then Jeff showed up.
Hey, babe, is this jerk bothering you?
Who are you calling a jerk?
The jerk face that's staring at me. Go back to your cave, weirdo.
Hey guys, maybe we should all calm down. Harry shoved Jeff. Jeff punched Harry in the nose. Then they started fighting like they were in a cage match at WrestleMania. The principal and a couple of teachers had to pull them off of each other. It was a total disaster. That night, they both showed up at my front door, demanding that I make a choice. Everything is moving so fast. I need to step back. I need some time to make a decision. Just then, I got a scary text on my phone, and I started shaking. Then this SUV rolled past me, and I swear I saw a couple of angry ninjas peering at me through the window. I've got to go.
What about us?
Yeah, are you gonna kick this egghead to the curb?
I told them to give me a week and I'd make my decision. The next day, Jeff and Harry spent every minute trying to prove why they were the best guy for me. Jeff bought me a necklace and professed his love for me in front of the whole school. Then, Harry ran up to me, got down on one knee, and sang me a love song so sweet it made me blush. Jeff was as mad as a box of frogs. And then one day, as Jeff drove me home from school, he started acting really weird.
Harry's hiding something. He's got like 10 followers on social media. He doesn't have any friends, and all he does is stare at you all day.
Later that night, Harry came over to study, and he was acting just as weird as Jeff.
Jeff is a bad guy. He's the biggest player in school. I saw him flirting with a cheerleader last week.
After that, my life turned upside down. I saw Jeff sneak off into an empty classroom with his friend Tammy, and when they came out, Jeff had lipstick on his face. I asked him about it, and he lied through his teeth.
What? Oh, that wasn't what it looked like. I was helping Tammy with a math problem. I've only got eyes for you, babe, but you can't trust Harry at all. A buddy of mine works in the principal's office. I asked her to dig up some info on Harry.
Why would you do that?
babe, that's not the point. Harry is a liar, or worse, his record is full of fake information. His parents don't exist, and his home address is bogus. I checked it out, and it was an abandoned parking lot.
Jeff showed me pictures of the abandoned lot and a copy of Harry's student record. Jeff even took me to the library to show me a bunch of evidence online. Everything he said was true. Fake address, fake parents, fake elementary and middle schools? My heart sank. I was more confused than ever. Maybe Mom was right all along. I couldn't trust anyone. Jeff was a total creep, kissing girls right and left, and Harry might be worse. I caught up with Harry after school in the parking lot. When I looked into his dreamy eyes, the thought of him lying to me all this time made me want to cry.
What's wrong?
Jeff says you've been lying to me, that Harry isn't even your real name.
Oh, wow, I'm getting an important call. I'm sorry, I have to take this.
Your phone isn't even ringing.
We'll talk later, I promise.
Harry jumped into his car and drove off like a maniac. He was a liar, just like Jeff said. I started crying like a baby. Then Jeff showed up with a stupid smile on his face.
I told you so. That loser isn't the one for you.
And neither are you. Do you think I'm some kind of idiot? You don't get lipstick on your face doing math. I walked home feeling sorry for myself. But when I got to my house, what I saw rocked my world. Harry and Mom were in the living room yelling at each other.
I can't work for you anymore. Arya knows.
You can't quit. I paid you to keep her safe, and now she's in danger because of that idiot Jeff posting her face all over social media. You want more money? I've got plenty. Just do your job. Mom gave Harry a suitcase full of cash. Suddenly, a flaming hot rage coursed through my veins. I burst into the room. You're both terrible. I can't believe you did this to me. I trusted you.
Arya, please let me explain.
Fed up with Harry's lies, I rushed outside and bumped into Miss Elliot, the odd ice cream man, and some furious ninjas. Miss Elliot caught me, and I screamed. Hearing this, Mom and Harry dashed out. Harry fought off the ninjas and the ice cream man with punches and a kick. Mom wrestled Miss Elliot, covering her face with mud. Eventually, Harry drove them all away, while Mom comforted me with a tight hug. Arya, I owe you an apology. Years ago, I worked in a secret lab creating dangerous viruses. I destroyed everything and escaped. Miss Elliot and her crew have been after me ever since. Why couldn't you just tell me all this? I thought the less you knew, the safer you'd be.
I was hired to guard you, pretending to be a student, but I ended up genuinely caring for you. I'm sorry for deceiving you.
Can you forgive me? Yes, Mom, but no more secrets. I can do that. We'll have to move from here, though.
I'll go wherever you go, as your protector, and maybe as your boyfriend.
Harry, you've been wonderful, but I think it's better if we just stay friends. I really appreciate everything you've done, and I value our friendship too much to risk complicating it. Let's keep it that way, okay?
I understand, Arya. Your happiness is what matters most to me. I'm just glad to be here for you as a friend.
Through all the chaos, I learned that the biggest lesson is to trust carefully and always be true to yourself.